Okay, just popped out of the shower, just popped out of the shower, just popped out of the shower. F and B on the piano, 3 pedals. Going to be on a flower. What flower has 3 petals? So remember, 52, center C, 29, and 24. 53, they both join at center C. So that's what 53 can be, one of those equations. F and B, there's no black keys to the right of F and B, the second and the 6th letter, and use those units towards these cycles inside of Pluto. 7, 4, and 1 on the left side of your telephone, ATM. We have a dice cube. And I want to try and show you something. How can I do this? Just give me a second. I just want to put a towel on. Just give me a second. I need to use 2 hands. So I have 2 dice cubes. There's 6 and there's 6, right? So here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. We go 6 on this one and we go 1 on this one. So first the game starts out with just 1. And then into the next game, when it gets to the end of 6, into the next game, this comes in. So now let's say you have your 60 minutes. Now you have 50 minutes. And you go from 1, you go to 2. And then you go to 40 minutes. And then this one you go to 3. And do you notice that? And after you get to this, you flip the whole thing. The whole dice has to be flipped upside down now. Do you see why? Or they have to switch places. They have to switch places. Because 4 can only go to 5 and 6. And 3 can go to 2 and 1. Because the 3 and the 4 are opposites. So you're automatically obligated to stop and go back the other way. There's nothing you can do about it. See, here's 4, 5, and 6, right? If you're on number 4, okay, if you're on number 4, I can go 6, 5, 4. I can go 6, then I can go 5, and then I can go, where is it? And then I can go, 4. But I can't go to 3 because it's a 180-degree turn. So you're running 2 dice. But actually, I think, like the Pluto cycle shows, you need to run 4 dice. 4 dice, 21 per dice, equaling to 84, divided by 3 equals to 28. The 28-day cycle of 3 moons on 3 cubes that equal to 84 area space between day and night. Phi, pi. Knowing the KABA. Knowing creation. Rotation, knowing the faces of the KABA. I must look into this. Do you see what's going on in the world? There's a place in the world, I think it's called they have a town down in Montreal called, what do you call it? Anyways, there's this large group of people that live on the other continent, right? Or whatever you want to call them. They say the bats live over there. And, and yen, right. I don't know when. I don't know yen, okay? So what happens is, years and years ago, I watched TV a lot. I watched a lot of TV, and you can see all the stories that put together that who actually owns one of the largest number of, don't forget, I'm writing a book, right? So if there were to be any slaves in this world, right? If there were to be any, you would be noted that there are about 1 billion of them, or maybe 2. I think they call them number 27. Yes, the Beta Gates, when a big red sun, somewhere around there, that's what the Beta Gates is, number 27. And they have an owner to them. And that's what it's all about. And now what's going on is What is slim? Now, this is a group, I think there's 1.8 billion people that surround the cube. And the whole world has to go and follow the cube, the KABA. There's a large, huge story inside the KABA. Will I use all 4 KABAs, 1 KABA, 2 KABA, 3 KABAs? Will I create a whole bunch of KABAs all around? And Rubik's Cube tells me, okay, I need 26 of them in order for the core KABA, okay, the core KABA, or the core of the KABA, okay, that goes in between them, and which use up the area space of 1, but to go all the way around, okay, it's 34, 0.34. To get to the center between, what is the center of the KABA is total 7 divided by 2. So that makes 3.5 to the center of the KABA. So that's 3.5, 1.75, 1.75 to the quarter. The gateway to the E-world moon spirit. 175 and 275 equal, I'm not going to give you the letters and tell you it's not 7, 3, and 5. Creation gate. 7 will go at 3, and 3 is creation. It is 1 and 1. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 2 and 1. And alpha beta is the creation of the cube. The 1 and the 2 is opposite of their third star. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, okay, will become 3 and 2. One equation, okay, this is one equation. Now, it took an equation to get into it. And it retained its original equation, and then it retains it with number 2. It retains it. Then 1 times 2 equals 2 and 3, and it retains it again. It hops over it. Then 3 times 2 is 6 and 5. So when you get the 6, it has now become its spirit light, area 51, 3.5, but it's DC all the way around because it's 3.4 to 3.4. It's only, if you bring in, can you bring in 4 pieces this way? Or are we going to bring in a face of 9 pieces? 9 pieces that are going to be here. 9 pieces here, 9 pieces down here, and how many in the middle? If you have 9 at the bottom, 9 on top, be 9 in the center. That'd be 27. Except there's a spindle in the center of this. So each one of these can rotate on their axis. So you got 6 areas rotating on their axis. This way, and this way, and this way. You can do 3 at a time, but you can do these 3, but you can't do any of these. Even if you do one, if you do this one here, you can do this one here. Can you do them all at the same time? I don't know how many hands you have. You're putting it on a machine? Maybe you can put it on a machine. So that's the A is 1 and A is 1. Can I do that? AA to come into the game makes A equal 2. So how when I started, and like I mentioned yesterday, when we come into the game, we stake it. Well, first we're out, and then we're halfway in, like the footstep. So really, everything starts from the center, halfway already in the house, unless you're coming to the center and getting off a central elevator and going into the A house or the B house. It has to be discussed, but the B house is nice before that too.